Chavales, vamos a hacer las misiones principales ya, que va tocando. Tenemos estas dos, que yo creo que son más de lo mismo. Son iguales, esto no tengo ninguna, la completa esta. Y estas dos yo creo, vamos a ver una de ellas, ¿vale? Desvía suministro a cinta geotérmica. Entrado, sí, se habla con arcade antes. No se sentará bien que desvíe suministro por un tema si a veces lo advertido. Pues vamos a advertírselo. ¿Y a dónde está el alcalde este? Que hay aquí, ¿no? Supongo porque si ahí estará esto geotérmica, supongo que habrá que ir. ¿Y no podemos poner algún marcador o algo? No, tío. Vamos a viajar aquí. Sí, quiero viajar. Quiero viajar. Jugamos un ratito y luego jugamos al Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order con los códigos en la mano. Ay. Va a seguir con esta ganga. Me guapo. Allí, ¿no? Vamos para allá y se advertimos de que vamos a esto. Oye, esto, tío, esta roca parece un golem. Un golem liado, ¿no? Vamos para allá. Oye, ¿tú? ¿Ah? ¿Y esto el alba, loco? Esto lo tenemos nosotros explorado. Puta idea. No, yo creo que no. Yo creo que sí, Sí, esto está ahora el programa, yo creo. O por aquí, que va por ahí, por el caminito este. Laboratorio botánico. ¿Quién ha hablado? ¿No está? No, si esto es para verte. Ah, ahí está.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Tú tranquila, mamajita.
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders...
Ah, yo tengo otra misión. Ah, sí.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder Camp. Is she all right?
Ah, la muchachita esa que encontramos.
Queen of the Marauders, huh? That's what comes of watching serials. Rots your gray. You could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some Marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged. I'll tell you what I can. Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. What is it?
No, Mira, esta zona como más bonita, tío. En plan de bosquecito. Vamos a esperar un poquito esto. A ver, está.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
No.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. A masked marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day. Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
Va a decir la verdad.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, brat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all. Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go, latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her. I'll help if I can. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. Hey, I got time.
Vamos a ver qué vende, así le vendemos cosita para ahí.
And that includes canid.
Aquí los morenos no puedo robar nada. ¿Qué te pasa, muchachita? Madre mía. Laboratorio, ¿para qué tiene que estar el hombre? Mira, para aquí, alguien, mira. Ah, no, es para parte. Ahí está la muchachita. Ahora mismo vamos, después de explorar todo. A ver.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
A ver, forzado por eso de... Dame tu del ojo. Me pica un poco el ojar. No son todos dos sectores, tío. ¿Puedo coger? Ah, sí, me lo puedo cogerla. Entonces viene bien para la comida. Joder, ya voy lleno, tío. Ah, mierda. He descubierto bancos de abajo de esto, ¿no? Vaya, pues grandecito el pueblo, Es humilde, tío. Aquí no podemos robar nada. No sé para qué miro todo esto si no podemos coger nada. No, menos más que nada por si hay alguien para poder hablar, tío. Ya sabes que aquí... ¡Hola! Aquí tenemos más manzanos. ¿Cómo se llama? Manzapán.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Luego todo esto pues viene muy bien luego, tío, para recuperar vida y todo. Vale, pues... Pero ahí hay una caja, tío. Pero no se puede coger nada, tío. Ah, mira.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
No, no soy yo.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
¿Usted no joda?
No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Well, don't keep me in suspense. The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart.
Faltaría segunda parte, supongo. Y no sé si habrá cuarta de quinto.
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. What's on your mind? Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
No, pues nada. Hemos cogido aquí 2 misioncitas. Así que perfecto. Vamos a ver si hay para aquí alguien más y tal. No, para aquí creo ya. Qué poca cosita. Pues vamos a hablar con la muchachita esta. Le vamos a comentaros de activar la corriente.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea.
De fumáis.
I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Yo me envié para hacer las paces contigo.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Que vuelva al pueblo o te quedes sin suministro. Creo. No le presté mucha atención.
Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Corriente, vale.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip him out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid.
Pues ya empezaron los líos, loco.
Think about it. We'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap spacer's choice throws them.
La verdad que sí,
You
tío.
know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Uf.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Uf. Madre mía. ¿Qué cojones podemos hacer, tío? Pues como le quitamos la luz a esta gente, pues mueren. No sé de claro. Ay, Dios mío. Pero si lo enviaba a Frotelma, lo que pasaría que todo eso se jodería, toda esa ciudad de para allí se jodería. Y la gente no tendría ni trabajo ni nada, ¿no? Madre mía. ¿Qué lío me han hecho aquí, no? Me han hecho el lío. No, ya se lo he dicho, ya. Madre mía, loco. Yo creo que voy a ayudar a esta gente, tío. Pero es que, como le quitamos la luz, se van a la mierda todo, tío. Pues tío, vamos a hacer primero estas dos misiones, por si acaso. Vamos a convencer a la muchachita que vive... que hay... Pero no me deja viajar, tío. Ay. Vamos para allá y a ver si la podemos convencer de que venga al pueblo. Hemos hablado antes con el muchacho ese y nos ha dado un cómic y todo para ver si la podemos... Hostia. Hace daño, tío. Está hecho una jodido. Es que este es de los tochos, ¿no? ¡Hostia! No tengo vida. Vamos lleno de objetos, tío. Madre mía. Esto ha sido una putadita, el puto peso, Es que ¿a dónde guardo las cosas, loco? ¿A dónde guardo yo las cosas si sé que no tengo espacio ya de nada? Todo tengo que ir tirando. ¿Cuánto hace este daño? Hostia, que hace mucho, tío. ¿Cuánto hace esto? Pero que... Ahora guardamos, voy a coger las cositas esto. Y el otro aquí, vale. Yo diría que ya nos faltan más, ¿no? Voy a guardar. Oh, guapo, mira. Dios. No, no, no. Dios. Uf. Ah, tío, otra vez. Hostia, soy que pesados quiero. Uf. Oye, esta parte donde vamos, tío. ¿Y aquí dónde vamos, loco? Oye, esos bichos ahí. Conmigo. Ah, silvestre, vale. Barranco ¿cómo? ¿He descubierto? Barranco septentrional.
Here we go. Nice one.
Hostia. Hostia, en serio, tío, me está tocando mucho los huevetes. Ando pero peladísimo, tío. ¿Y qué voy a hacer yo con...? Es que no puedo coger nada. Y a mí con lo que me gusta coger las cosas. Dentro de tecnología. En serio. Hostia puta, sé que esto no lo puedo dejar aquí, tío. ¿Esto? ¿Qué hago, tío? ¿Qué hago? Tengo ligera, pero pesada, ¿no? Es que mira lo que mete, tío. ya lo he pensado eso, ¿no? Ya, vamos a hablar con la Zoe. No sé si habrá más pavo.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth. I'm great at clarifying. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. So, you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed. You actually have it? The episode where Lord Cavendish reveals he's been the mass marketeer all along? All right, you convinced me. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Vale, pues esta ya la tendríamos. Vale, ahora vamos aquí, ¿vale? ¿Dónde está ese? Ah, está aquí. Pues venga, vamos para allá. Está ahí metido, entonces no. Aquí supuestamente está el otro, ¿no? El volumen 3. Hostia. Hey, se abre con este.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it. Go ahead. That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town. Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on. Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Salt Tuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored salt tuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint. Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a salt tuna canning institution. Salt tuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible. Begging your pardon, salt tuna is a staple in the diet of any self-respecting spacer. Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with salt tuna galore. No other brand of salt tuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, salt tuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world. Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of salt tuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
Todo. Entonces yo creo que voy a ayudar. Es que aquí viene mucha gente, tío. No deja de ser una ciudad. Vale, pues ya tenemos la cosita. Pues ahora vamos al pueblito. Hay muchas cosas por el programa. Ya tenemos esto y todo, Devolvemos las dos misiones, la secundaria, y hacemos la principal. Y a ver qué hacemos con lo de la luz. Yo creo que voy a ayudar a lo del pueblo, al pueblino chiquitín.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
Si te lo he dicho.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble.
Así me gusta.
Let me know if I can do something for you.
Vale. Vamos a hablar con el ingeniero, entre comillas.
Any luck finding one of those manuals? No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself.
Pues sí.
That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Miss Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
A este le gusta la pavarte.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Diálogo hay que seguir mejorando. El sigilo. Aplicar. Vale. Y vamos a ir. A ver si podemos hablar última vez con
Anything
esto.
else I can do for you? I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are. My dear, we are all visitors in a momentary universe. Our lives flicker in and out like the guttering of a flame. Here now, then gone. Me and mine are just carrying on as best we can, trying to live our lives in a way that does not feel wasted.
No, voy a decir eso.
Or the colony felt the way you did, we'd have ourselves a proper revolution. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life. If you think Reed does anything in good faith, then you are asking to be lied to. Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that. That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment.
Hijo de puta.
Said the medicine would have been wasted.
Por eso llama
So
esto.
I buried my boy in a cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear. A fish rots from the head down. I do not blame the talent. I blame the leader.
Voy a ayudar a la mujer esta. Pero que no me traicione luego ni nada. Vamos a poner la luz. Pum. Venga, vamos a desviar esos suministros.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Vamos a guardar. Vamos a guardar. A ver que nos centremos. Debido al suministro de la central, vale. Ha entrado en la central geométrica, se habla con la gente. No le sentará bien que desvíe su penetre. Vamos a hacer eso. Ah, tenemos que... Vale, vale. Esto ya lo tengo explorado, así que no hay problema.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Oof.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Hostia puta, tío.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Madre mía. Ay, ¿qué hacemos, loco? ¿Qué hacemos? No tengo ni puta idea, tío, de qué hacer. A ver. Es que si os mandaban a Fronterma, la gente del laboratorio se quedan sin suministro y aún mueren de hambre. Pero es que también puede que vayan al pueblo a vivir. En cambio, si enviamos al laboratorio, el laboratorio sigue en pie y a lo mejor la gente... es que no sé, tío. Yo se lo daría a Fronterma, Más que nada por eso, porque hay más gente y tal, tío. Igualmente, si veo que se ha jodido algo, tengo ahí una partida guardada. Se carga y ya está. Y vemos si lo que hemos hecho está guay o no, ¿sabes? Así que a ver lo que pasa. A ver las consecuencias, tío. Es que es una decisión muy complicada, tío. Muy complicada, loco. Y lo bueno que nos envían aquí al laboratorio. Ahora puedo convencer de que vuelvan al pueblo. Y por lo menos que no mueran. Si muere, también sería culpa de ellos, ya que por su orgullo no han querido ir a la ciudad. Más que nada. Encima ahí tiene el muro, tiene todo, ¿no? Tiene el trabajo. Sé que es una mierda porque tiene el peste. Tiene la peste, tiene todo. Mira, ahí está esto desobrado, ¿no?
What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again? One of us want to go see.
¿Y la mujer a dónde está, loco? Ajo me está esperando ahí donde la luz. Ahí vamos a ver. Así.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Ahora que hay que saber. Una persona del aire. Necesito vuestro regulador de corriente.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos?
Por si quiero.
Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker. Won't matter much to me.
A uno con muerto el
The
loco.
human body is rich with nutrients. I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town.
Hostia, pues.
Those are my terms.
Ya sé si somos capaces de echar a ese cabrón y ya está. Espera, pero. Quiero volver a hablar con ella.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
O el otro. No sobreviviré sin.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and I'm as good as dead to her. You know where to find me.
Vale, vamos a hablar con esta.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it. The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again. Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
Vale. Voy a intentar de convencer al tío este. A ver, es chungo, pero... A ver. Por eso me suena mucho el diálogo, tío. Para la persuasión. Es que la tía tiene el método perfecto y todo, ¡Ay! Se ha disparado sin querer, loco. A ver este cabeza, como le comencemos, tío. Que la verdad, pues si nos mandamos para allí, tío, destruimos toda una ciudad, tío.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I am honored. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town. I am a Spacer's choice man. My father was a Spacer's choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Tienes que admitir, oquete.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
Ah, este está. Qué explotador este cabrón.
You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna. I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse. You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil? If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me. I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls.
Hostia, se puede quedar en el pueblo o algo, ¿no?
I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week. I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Madre mía, qué poco va a durar, loco. Yo te he gastado toda la vida para aquí, viviendo del cuarto y todo. Ahora lo vive bien, ¿sabes? Nunca se sabe, papi. Hostia, tío, siempre se me dispara a esto, tío. El diálogo en estos tipos de juegos es muy importante, loco.
Look at that. The snake's come back. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward. You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all. Adelaide said that? Was she sober at the time? I never imagined she'd step foot in Edgewater long as Reed ran the town. Something must have changed in Edgewater. Adelaide's good as family. If she's going back, so are we.
Never liked Reed much. Can't say I'm sorry he's gone.
Vale. Bueno, pues me voy ya. Vamos a la nave. Aunque todavía no nos vamos ahí. Me gustaría explorar el mapa.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet?
Pues no sé, no se lo ya, papi.
Gosh, listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this
Pues te viene conmigo, mami.
feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves, my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Qué buena gente.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
No, ya, no me apetece hablar. Tiene que haber un modo, tío, de guardar mis cosas, tío. La verdad que es una nave de puta madre, ¿eh? Ahí esto. No. Eso por si te has equivocado o algo o quieres llevar personajes a otra forma. Vale, ya tenemos potencia. La verdad que es una nave guay, tío. Si puedo hablar con esta.
Captain, I have detected. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Vale. Escucha, ¿y no puedes llevarme tu cosita?
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. I hope you rest well. That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing.
Le gustaba.
Like a puppy, kinda. I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. You mean about the mission being too clean? Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. It's not like I think it a failing, mine. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights I watch folks out my window. When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly they're tired. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking. Maybe so. But we don't think on it that way.
Venga. Pues yo creo que lo vamos a dejar por aquí, ¿vale? Y nada. Luego ahora haré otro directito y seguimos jugando un ratito, ¿vale? Así que nada, adiós.